I created G-plans out of nutrition frustration. One day during nutrition studies at Duke University, we came across a revelation. We discovered that everyone has a completely unique metabolic structure and type. Eating a generic diet program will not get you the results you want, and you will continue on a path of yo-yo dieting forever. Ultimately, sustainable food programs are built within your own specific metabolic template.
I eat what Dr. G tells me to eat for my metabolic type. I don't call this program a diet because I eat more than on other programs.
Hello there, everyone. Thank you for tuning in today. Today, I'm going to be presenting a topic called mindful eating. So I do appreciate so much if you did tune in last week. I had some technical issues, so we are back ready to get started, and I really appreciate you for being here. So we're going to dive on in. I do want to let you know that I will be adding my personal email to the chat box here. So please feel free if you have any questions that maybe you'd like to contact me personally instead, please feel free to send me an email directly that way. I will also be looking over some of those chat box questions at the end of the presentation as well. But again, feel free to send me an email with any questions also, and we will go ahead and get started here. All right. All right, so our presentation topic today is called mindful eating. So what is mindful eating? Mindfulness is a form of focused awareness, which can help you to recognize, respect, and manage your physical and emotional feelings. Mindfulness is a way of maintaining awareness in the present moment to really acknowledge and accept current thoughts, emotions, bodily sensations, and surroundings. So using that technique of mindfulness while you are eating will give you a new way to connect to food and to notice your cues of satisfaction, fullness, and hunger. So all that to say, mindful eating is really just being very present in that moment, really enjoying your food, being aware of hunger cues, and not being distracted. So examples of this could mean eating slowly without distractions, listening to physical hunger and satiation cues, learning to differentiate between true hunger and emotional hunger, engaging multiple senses during the eating process, like smell, taste, vision, learning to overcome feelings of anxiety or guilt about food, and noticing that the impact of food has on your feelings. And so this picture here, you'll see this guy in this picture, he is kind of doing the opposite of what we would call mindful eating. So definitely today, we are so busy, and in this world that we live in today, mindless eating can be really easy to do. We have so many things going on. We're trying to complete multiple things at once. And like this guy in the photo, yeah, he's listening to something, he's looking at something on his computer, and he's eating at the same time. So this can ultimately lead to us not really feeling full, not noticing those hunger cues, those feelings of fullness, and it can lead to us not enjoying our food as much as well. So we're going to dive a little bit deeper into that. So this diagram here is showing you a few things you can focus on to help you be more mindful when you are eating. So kind of the opposite of what we saw in that picture just a moment ago. Number one, we don't want to hurry. That can be tough because obviously with our schedules today, the way life is, but with mindful eating, you really want to do the best job you can to focus on prioritizing that time you're eating, to set aside time to really focus and enjoy your food. Cooking and eating in a good mood. So as best you can do this, when you are cooking and you're eating and you're enjoying that food in a good mood, you're really able to fully enjoy that food. So as best you can do that and understand how that food is nourishing you while you're eating it can really help you with being more mindful. Feel the taste of food. So enjoy the texture, smell the food, really enjoy all the senses of that food. Play soft, relaxing music. So this is something that can really help to kind of maybe get you in a better mood or help you to slow down while you're eating. So when you play some more calm, slower, relaxing music, it can help you to kind of enjoy that moment more and slow down. Eat your favorite food last. So yeah, save your favorite food to eat at the end. Really enjoy it, savor it, enjoy every bite. No multitasking. That's a tough one, I know. There's a lot of things, we're all the time doing multiple things at once. So we really want to focus with mindful eating on really designating that time to eat and nothing else. Sit at a real table. This is a great one too, because I know more and more we are multitasking, and then we may be eating in front of a computer, in front of a TV. That really does lead to much more mindless eating. So going back to sitting at a real table, having that full experience of a meal. Respect your body and your health, and drink more water. So, of course, just want to make sure you are staying hydrated, because if you're dehydrated, you can start to maybe feel some hunger cues that are more connected to your hydration level than they are to food itself and true hunger. Okay, so why is mindful eating important? Mindful eating is really important because it allows you to refocus the purpose of eating back to nourishment, satisfaction, and fulfillment. So really enjoying that food, knowing and understanding how that food is going to fuel your body. Become aware of hunger levels and emotional triggers so that binge eating is deterred. Definitely staying more aware of your true hunger cues and being more in tune with that can help you tremendously. So mindful eating will help you a ton with that. Connect to the physical sensations in the body that initiate or discourage eating. Honor your hunger by eating when your body needs fuel. Engage in your senses and truly appreciate that food. Stay aware of your emotions before, during, and after eating, and creates a healthy relationship with food and your body. So another thing to mention with all of this is that, mindful eating can help tremendously, just being more in tune of your hunger cues and really understanding in moments where you may realize that hunger you thought you were feeling is really more connected to emotions. And what are the benefits of mindful eating? So mindful eating will reduce stress and anxiety by allowing you to calm down and take a break from a busy day. Very important, and it can help so much to really stay dedicated to that time to allow yourself to take that break and get away from everything else. Mindful eating helps you to slow down and appreciate meals and snacks more than before, which helps to increase satisfaction from food and in turn make it a little bit easier to eat a balanced diet. Watching how each kind of food makes you feel after eating can really help you to kind of choose a better food item to enjoy as well. An example of that would be fried foods or more processed foods. They can contribute to bloating, more sluggish digestion. They could even lead to kind of seeing a drop in energy a few hours after eating. But a plate of fruits or vegetables, grilled fish, a lean protein can be filling easier on digestion, and very often you can notice with a meal like that your energy levels stay consistent afterwards. Slowing down food intake really can help with digestion and reduce various digestive disorders like IBS. Really ensuring that you are fully chewing your food will help ton with digestion and bioavailability of the nutrients in that food as well. Learning about where the food comes from and how it's cooked helps us to build a positive relationship with food. So here we see what's called the mindful eating cycle. This is a good diagram to be comfortable with what I mentioned a little bit earlier. Mindful eating can help us so much to be more in tune of our true hunger cues, and it can help us to differentiate between true hunger versus emotional hunger or other triggers we may have as well. So this mindful eating cycle is just walking through a few different questions of what to examine in that moment. So why do I eat? Why am I feeling hungry right now? When do I want to eat? What do I want to eat? How do I eat? How much do I eat? And where do I invest my energy? We're going to go a little bit deeper into that. So why do I eat may include an exploration of triggers such as physical hunger, challenging situations, or visual cues, which often spring from stress, fatigue, or boredom. So going a little bit deeper into that, why am I eating, can help you to really examine things on a deeper level and understand, okay, am I truly hungry in this moment, or is there something else that's maybe triggering this? And when do I want to eat? So this answer may depend on the clock, on physical hunger cues, or on emotions. What do I eat? Examines the factors people consider when choosing food, such as convenience, taste, comfort, and nutrition. How do I eat? Eating rushed, mindful, distracted, or secretive definitely is not mindful eating. In our technological on-the-go society, exploring the process of eating can be very eye-opening. How much do I eat? Quantity may be decided by physical fullness cues, package size, or habit. And one thing you'll find as well, when you are really practicing mindful eating, is that very often you can find that you may be full sooner than if you were more distracted while eating. Where does the energy go? Eating may be invigorating, cause sluggishness, or lead to guilt and shame. How is the energy used during work or play? So all of these questions are really good to examine to help you to just understand a little bit further about your hunger cues and your habits all related to eating with mindful eating. And here's an exercise. So this exercise will help you get a feel for what mindful eating is like. So you simply choose a piece of food. Try a piece of fruit or dark chocolate is a good example. Look at the food. So examine the color, the texture, and shape of this food. Really pause in that moment. Of course, it definitely make sure that you're not distracted and you get to do this in quiet. Smell the food. How does the aroma of the food affect you? How do you feel? Taste the food. Don't chew it initially, just place it on your tongue and notice how your salivary glands respond. Notice the flavors. Then take a bite of the food. Notice the chewing sounds, the texture of the food. Chew the food. Notice how the texture may change as you continue to chew it. And then swallow the food. Notice the sensation of the food as it travels into your stomach. Say the name of the food. That can maybe be a little weird, but saying this out loud can help you to really be appreciative and grateful for that food. And practice taking a mindful bite like this at every meal. So to help you get in a better routine and really get used to that habit of mindful eating, practicing taking the first bite of every meal and kind of going down this list of senses will really help you to slow down, be very aware and present, and very thankful for your food. Research on mindful eating. So the opposite of mindful eating, sometimes referred to as mindless or distracted eating, is actually associated with anxiety, overeating, and weight gain. Intervention studies have shown that mindfulness approaches can be an effective tool in the treatment of unfavorable behaviors, such as emotional eating and binge eating that can lead to weight gain. One review of 24 studies published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found evidence that mindful eating helped people eat less during meals, while inattentive eating or distracted eating led people to eat more during a meal and also later on. Other research supports the idea that the degree of hunger you feel is dictated in part by your own conscious awareness, not just by how much food you've actually consumed. Mindfulness helps you to be more in tune with your thoughts, your emotions, and your sensations. So utilizing mindful eating will truly help you to enjoy your food and feel more satisfied. So this in turn can have very many benefits. So this is the end of our presentation right here. So I do want to let you know, feel free to actually send me an email with any questions that you may have that way. But I will also go ahead and jump over now, and I'm going to go ahead and take a few questions through the chat as well. So feel free to jot a few in if you still have some questions that you'd like to add. So I see here, what if you're doing your program, but you get hungry in between meals and snacks? What are the good hour intervals to eat? That's a really good question. So generally anywhere from about 3 to 5 hours between your meals and snacks is going to be a good range between each meal. But I will say that can definitely vary a little bit, maybe even depending on your schedule as well. So I would definitely say as best you can try to do every 3 to 4 hours or so is a great goal to shoot for. But if your schedule kind of doesn't allow, it's a little bit different. Another really good thing to do is try to space it out as best you can, but try to find those consistent times for you and your schedule every day. So do the best you can to try to have your breakfast, your lunch, your snacks at a very similar time. And if because of your schedule, let's say you have, maybe 2 hours between a meal and a snack, but that's just what works every day for you, that's totally fine. All right. Well, please feel free to send any questions at all through to my email. I would love to help you out with any direct questions that way. I thank you so much for tuning in today for our presentation on mindful eating. And again, yes, thank you and have a great rest of your day.